legends. Here again is Michael Williams.
Outdoor Fighting Championships on MTV2 and on Epix in HD, along with Caesars Atlantic City Routinely Spectacular. Now present 3 5-minute rounds, the final fight of the welterweight tournament quarterfinal round. Brought to you by Drive, starring Ryan Gosling. MTV calls Drive the full package. Drive in theaters September 16th. There are no clean getaways. And now, first introducing the red corner. At 6'1", weighing in at 170.5 pounds. Near perfect as a professional. 8 victories, only 1 defeat. From Cleveland, Ohio, Chris, the Cleveland Assassin Lozano. And across the cage, his opponent fighting out of the blue corner. At 6 foot, he weighed in at 170 pounds. His professional record stands at 19-6 with 1 draw. From Louisville, Kentucky, introducing Brent Weedman. And the referee in charge of the action, Keith Peterson.
Sir. Both of you have been given your instructions. Take this up at all times. See my commands all times. Touch gloves. Let's fight, guys.
One berth remains in the semifinal round. Douglas Lima, Luis Santos, and Ben Saunders are already through. The winner of this 4th welterweight tournament quarterfinal joins those 3 men in the last 4. The bell in round number 1. Tonight's fight clock is sponsored by Drive, starring Ryan Gosling.
Oh, already starting off fast. Good right hand by Weedman.
That film in theaters September 16th. There are no clean getaways.
Don't grab the cage.
Weedman trying to come back.
That almost a full body slam there, Jimmy.
Yeah, he was clipped, came back, flattened Lozano, and put him against the fence.
Chris Lozano is in the white trunks. Brent Weedman is in the gray trunks. Keith Peterson is the referee.
Man, frantic pace to start this fight. See Weedman with 1 hook in. He says he has a serious advantage on the ground, and I agree. Lozano, a blue belt in jiu-jitsu. Weedman has outstanding submission skills to go with his Muay Thai.
Weedman does hold the rank of brown belt in judo, but first and foremost, he says, I am a Dutch-style Muay Thai fighter in MMA.
Dutch-style Muay Thai, they throw a lot more punches than they do in Thailand. Much better boxing, much better hands. They angle a little bit more.
Don't grab the cage.
Like Brent Weedman, Chris Lozano also fighting in Bellator's.
Oh, beautiful throw.
Huge throw there. Season 4, 170-pound tournament. Losing in the quarterfinal round in March of this year, a unanimous decision versus Lyman Good.
Man, great back and forth. Lozano throwing the judo brown belt. Now putting him against the fence.
Lozano, Jimmy, telling us that he is so much more confident and so much more relaxed for this fight in this tournament than he was back in the spring.
Both guys once again meeting in the center of the cage.
These 2 fighters have a lot of respect and admiration for each other. Both saying this is going to be a tough and potentially very long fight. Knee from Weedman. Both also saying that they want to finish early. Look
Another good throw. You know, when they stood back up, Lozano looked very tired.
1 hook in from Brent Weedman, trying to take the back. Weedman can't get the other hook in.
So he's got the arm trapped, but is he deep enough for rear naked? I don't think so. Can't really see from here.
Weedman looking for the rear naked choke finish. Halfway through round number 1. Loads of time for Weedman. Weedman still looking for that rear naked choke. Big right hand. Weedman with just 1 hook in, still has the back of Lozano. Lozano trying to explode to his feet. He's on 1 knee. Weedman still thinking rear naked choke.
I remember 19 of his victories, he has 18 finishes. 7 submissions, 11 KOs. Brent Weedman gets an opening on you, he takes you out. He's working hard for that rear naked on Chris Lozano.
Weedman now trying to flatten out Lozano.
Has that body triangle locked in, those long legs. This has to be very fatiguing for Lozano, carrying all that weight on his back. Weedman putting so much pressure with the hips.
Jimmy, I think you'd agree this is where the body triangle can be really devastating.
It can be. You can't take a full breath. It takes so much out of you, especially against someone like Weedman who knows how to use it.
Weedman holding that tight body triangle, has the back, still thinking rear naked choke. Chris Lozano holding on. Final minute now of round number 1. Again, the winner is the 4th and final semi-finalist in this Season 5 Bellator welterweight tournament. The winner of this tournament claims a check for $100,000 and a world title shot. So much at stake in this bout and in this Season 5 170-pound tournament.
And Weedman is just glued to Lozano's back.
All of the weight from that body triangle. You see Lozano tried to get up.
One thing about the body triangle, it's hard to keep your opponent from moving. You're latched onto him, but it's not like having both hooks in where it's easy to flatten him out. You see Lozano not flat here. It's like a backpack.
Lozano just waiting to hear the bell. Closing seconds of round number 1. Left hands from behind by Weedman. The end of round 1.
This here, a nice finish by Weedman, trying to land some good strikes, got in some sneaky left hands.
Chris Lozano, very candid, told us that he thinks Weedman is so much more confident on the ground than he is himself.
The towel. The towel for what? Spit. Spit right here. Bam. Now listen to me. We need to get out there and put that jab and then the double jab in his face and then start working the feints, okay? Don't duck your head when he comes forward, move in and out. Get your feet moving, yeah? Yeah. If you make that jab and then the 1-2-1 low kick and crack the shit out of that kick, he's gonna eat it hard, okay? He's not ready for it. He's not ready for it. Look at me. When you get on the ground, you gotta soften him up a lot more than trying to choke.
You see here, Weedman throwing that right hand, bang, right over the top. Catches Lozano right on the nose. And then bang, that step over takedown. Beautiful hip toss. Most of that fight, though, on the ground was from here. Weedman throwing Lozano and staying on top, using great positioning, great hips.
Sir, are you ready?
Moving into round number 2 of this 4th and final welterweight tournament quarterfinal. And Jimmy on your scorecard.
10-9 Brent Weedman. Most of that fight spent on top. Weedman in control, also knocking Lozano down with that beautiful right hand.
Chris Lozano is in the white trunks. Brent Weedman is in the gray trunks. Jimmy, like you and me, Chris Lozano is a huge fan of the seminal 1980s Jean-Claude Van Damme film Bloodsport. Round 1 looked like the Kumite in Bloodsport.
It certainly did.
Left hand from Weedman.
And both guys throwing a lot of leather here. Oh, good shot by Lozano.
Weedman now a knee to the stomach.
Another good right. This is where Lozano's very effective at close range. I think he hurt Weedman with that right hand.
Round number 2 of this 4th welterweight tournament quarterfinal. Chris Lozano versus Brent Weedman. The winner through to the semifinals, where he will join Douglas Lima, Luis Santos, and Ben Saunders. With Jimmy Smith, I'm Sean Wheelock. We are cage side at Caesars in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Glad you are with us watching on MTV2 and for the first time on Epix in HD. Bellator 49 and the Season 5 opener of Bellator Fighting Championships.
Good left hand by Lozano. Surprised we're not seeing more kicks from Weedman. He's trading punches with a very heavy hitter. Both guys landing, I think Lozano is landing the heavier punches.
Weedman back to his feet. Wide left hand, big knee then from Lozano. The left got through Weedman in all sorts of trouble as he steps back, then fires back with the right.
But he's still going forward. I think he's hurt, he's wobbly, but he's still going forward. I don't know if that's the best strategy with a puncher like Lozano.
Weedman looked like he was in all sorts of trouble. He definitely wobbled, but then came right back forward. Two very tough fighters, two very, very hard punchers and hard kickers, just like that on cue.
A little cut under Lozano's right eye, but I think he's having success in this.
Big right hand by Weedman.
Good one.
Now Lozano takes a step back, appears to be in trouble.
Both guys seem so winded. I mean, they're keeping such a heavy pace.
Back and forth we go. Wow. Short clubbing left hand by Lozano.
Good right hand. Weedman's hurt, but he is still on his feet. Man, these guys are delivering exactly what they promised. They said we're going to stand toe-to-toe and bang, and that's what they're doing.
So much for saying either fighter is in trouble. Taking it and giving it here in round two.
Oh, good left hand. Man, I'm sure Lozano has to be saying, what's it going to take to drop this guy? But he is still throwing another good left.
Jump knee there from Lozano. Still Weedman comes forward.
And this has been a slugfest. I'm really surprised we're not seeing more leg kicks from Weedman, trying to chop Lozano down. He seems to want to box. And he's eating some big right hands.
Weedman missing with that jab. Under 90 seconds now remaining in round number two. This is what you and I thought it would be, a striking battle between Chris Lozano and Brent Weedman.
And it's looked like a boxing match. Weedman, the superior Muay Thai fighter, we're not seeing a lot of kicks, not a lot of knees. Looks like a boxing match.
Join us next Saturday night for Bellator 50 from the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood, Florida. We will have all 4 quarterfinal round fights of Bellator Season 5 middleweight tournament. You can see the prelim fights live on Spike.com and Bellator.com beginning at 5 p.m. Eastern. And note the special starting time for our television broadcast, 7 p.m. Eastern. Of course, you can see it right here live on MTV2 and NHD on Epix.
They see that left hand. Another beautiful right up through the center.
Now it's Lozano going back. Stiff left jab there by Weedman.
I'm sick of saying Weedman's in trouble. He just keeps taking shots and moving forward. But Lozano is landing the heavier blows. I can't believe they are keeping this pace.
Weedman now applying pressure. Lozano back against the Bellator cage fence.
We've seen before, Weedman will resort to the takedown. Did a lot against Dan Hornbuckle. Was successful in the first round against Lozano on the ground. Might want to go there again.
Lozano looking for a guillotine, never really cinched it on as Weedman tried to change levels. The end of round two. Great fight thus far, Jimmy.
Outstanding fight. Do not go anywhere. This is amazing. This is just what we expected.
Hey, slow that breathing down.
Do me a favor. Hey, big air in. Close your eyes. Big air in. Blow out as hard as you can. Blow out as hard as you can. Do it one more time. Take a big one and hold it. Now close your eyes. Take yourself somewhere else. Just take yourself somewhere else and relax. Close your eyes. Come on, right down. All I want you to do is relax and get your air back. Awesome work. Look for the upper.
You see here just a slugfest. Lozano accurate with that left hand. A knee, another one over the top. When Weedman, though, still coming forward in spite of all of this punishment. He was actually smiling going back to his corner for this round. But look at these shots by Chris Lozano. Man, this crowd's so into this fight. So am I, Sean.
Are you ready? Back up, back up.
Entering our third and final round of this fourth welterweight tournament quarterfinal. The last round, in fact, of this welterweight tournament quarterfinal round here in Bellator Season 5. Douglas Lima, Luis Santos, and Ben Saunders are through to the final four. The winner of this bout joins them. Jimmy, on your scorecard.
I have it all tied up, 19 apiece. Give Lozano the last round.